Ben. I'm here with Hit the Floor, and I am with two of the guys from Black Veil Brides. I thought maybe if you could just introduce yourself first, that'd be great.
Yeah, hey, I'm Jinxx.
And I'm Cece.
Fantastic. So we thought we'd start off with the new album. The new album came out a few weeks ago. How's the reception been so far in the UK? You've been here pretty much since it was released. What are your thoughts on it?
So far it's been really positive and huge, from what I gather.
Yeah, the shows have been packed out here. It's been awesome. This whole tour's been great for us.
Yeah, and you know, the new songs, people are receiving them well. They already know every word, singing every word, so it's positive.
So you're happy with your fans over here right now?
Oh, absolutely. Always have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So it's a concept album, if I'm right, with 19 songs on it. Sort of, how was the recording process of that many songs on an album? Was it more difficult doing that than it would have been a smaller album?
Definitely. I mean, it was. We certainly went out of our comfort zone on this record than in the past, where, you know, in the past we just wrote a bunch of songs. Actually, the process was completely different in this record than in the past. Before, you know, we'd write the music first, and then a vocal melody after that over the musical, the instrumental. But this time we started with, like, so it was a concept, so we had to write the story first, the story, then the lyrics, and then the music just had to be written around the vocal melody and the lyrics. So it was kind of backwards than the way we were used to working, and this, you know, more of a process to put it all together as a whole.
Okay. With kind of that many songs on your album, your new album, and obviously the one album that everyone knows before, and then the album before that as well, how do you choose what songs you're going to play live?
You know, it's just, I guess whatever we feel are the stronger songs, or stronger tracks from the record, ones that are fun to play. You know, we kind of went through some of them and sorted out, like, all right, you know, I feel this one's going to be more anthemic or more fit more in the set. You know, because even when we play live, the set we play tells a story in itself, so it's, you know, it needs to make sense for the show.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's been crazy. I mean, we're playing a lot of newer songs this tour, you know, and to see when we first started this tour, we started on January 4th, so the album wasn't even out, and then just, you know, you see it, it's almost like overnight, it seemed like, that everyone just started knowing the lyrics and everything and singing along with us, and so we're playing a lot more of the newer stuff on this tour, this particular tour, but yeah, it's always, I guess that's kind of the fun part of doing it. Now that, you know, 3 albums deep, we have all these songs to choose from. I guess it's kind of, we enjoy that.
It's great. So, sort of, how are you as a band received in America compared to England? Because obviously we see the British side of things, and we see sort of the craziness and the people queuing outside. I mean, we were here at 3 o'clock today, and there's been people queuing around the corner already. Do you have the same reaction in America, or more of a reaction in America?
Yeah, they line up I guess just as early. I mean, we've gotten there at 7:30 in the States, and people were there and were just like, what are you guys doing here so early? Like, we go on in over 12 hours, and I mean, we appreciate it. It's so crazy that, like, yeah, just you know, the fans are absolutely nuts for us.
I think, like, here we showed up at about 5:30 this morning or something when the bus rolled up, and there were already kids waiting outside at 5:30 this morning.
Does it mean you're kind of confined to your bus for a while? Can you go outside and sort of brave the crowds, or do you?
Generally, to be honest, we haven't been sleeping when the bus is in motion, and usually by the time we get to the venue and park, that's our time, that's our bedtime. So, you know, so yeah, so we're all going to bed about 5:30.
Well, that's a few hours before I have to get up for work.
Right, and but then it's all day. We hear kids chanting, and it's awesome. You know, it's like we fall asleep to them outside the bus, you know, cheering us on. So it's just
Go to sleep,
Jinxx. They have no idea like what's going on inside there. We're just all passive.
So when everyone else puts on quiet music to send them to sleep, you guys like chanting.
Yeah, we love it.
Fans chanting us.
Really only got this. Yes.
So what's it like being on tour with Black Veil Brides, or being a member of Black Veil Brides on tour? I mean, are you guys party animals, or do you keep it nice and calm, or a mixture of both?
Certainly don't keep it calm. You know, I think. I mean, we're a rock band. You know, we're gonna do what a rock band does, and we're gonna celebrate after a good show. You know, we're gonna have a few drinks and have a good time. So. You know, I would say like we're completely out of control, but yeah, it's definitely not tame backstage, that's for sure.
I think just enough out of control. I mean, everybody has their days. I mean, like, I don't think it's all 5 of us partying all the time. Like, that's not the case. Like, everybody will go on their little 3-day binge and, you know, go nuts for 3 days and then just have a week off or something. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. Every night's a different story, so it's cool. But we're definitely trying to take the parties to the next level on this tour.
I've heard stories from other nights on this tour where you've been out until the early hours in local clubs and meeting people. And is that true?
CC, you want to take this one?
Yeah, I mean, we'd like to see the sights of every city. We all definitely love travel and meeting people from different various cities. I mean, one particular story I have is we were in Glasgow and let's call her an exotic dancer was a fan of the band, and I didn't know. And she came up and she's like, hey, do you want a lap dance? I was like, how much are lap dances? Whatever, it doesn't matter. 20 pounds. Sweet, let's get 2. So I go back there, and she was like, total fan of the band, and I didn't know it was the first time that's ever happened. I was like, oh man, you're killing me. She's like half naked, right? So she's like, oh, Cici, you're killing me. What the hell is
the accent? Where were we?
Yeah, no, I can't even.
Was that your Scottish accent?
Yeah, I can't do it. I went out 2 nights in Scotland. I can't. I've been trying to get it. I just can't. It's my favorite accent. I mean, if I wish I could sound like anybody, it'd be a Scottish person. But I mean, that was just one story. That was like a first for me. Like, what the hell? But yeah, I think we went to bed at about 8:30 in the morning that night. So yeah, that was a late night.
So there's definitely some sort of partying. When you say sometimes it's calm, it's not really, is it? Cool. So I'll move away from that to make it less uncomfortable for you. That seems like the appropriate thing to do right now. Is there anything else that influences your music other than other bands and other than music? I mean, is there other stuff that you pull into it, other interests or hobbies that influence the sound you make?
Musically, I'm a big fan of classical music. I grew up studying violin, and I mean, I play a lot of it on this new record. So I try to definitely bring in my classical influence into our music a lot. Whereas I think it gives a unique twist to just us being a metal band or a rock band. So I don't think a lot of people recognize that, or at least right off the bat before they listen to our music. So I don't know. CC, you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I mean, lyrically, I think a lot of life experiences go into that. A lot of other bands, we're so busy we can't really check any new bands out or anything. So I think all of our influences, still, from now, our influences are the influences we've had our whole lives. Because we're so busy. We're touring like every single day is a different city, and we can't really check things out and get into it. It's not like we can go to a show these days. It's crazy, but yeah, I mean, classical. I mean, all of us. I love like electronica and like drum and bass and stuff. I mean, I don't really incorporate any of that into the band, but it's really cool. The 5 of us all have unique personalities, different unique personalities and completely different influences, and I think that's what makes Black Veil Brides what it is. Yeah.
So the other bands you've got at the moment on the lineup, you've got Tonight Live, Cheered Us, and Fearless Vampire Killers. Had you come across them before, or what do you think about touring with them? What do you think about those bands?
I just think it's an interesting mix of bands. I think it gives a little something for everybody. Musically, it's not like we're all the same one type of genre band. It's just very diverse, and we haven't toured with any of those bands in the past, but other than Craig Owens with his other band, but.
Yeah, that guy, he's on all kinds of tours of ours with various bands. It seems like every time
he's stalking you.
You again. Yeah. But no, we're friends with him. He's cool. Yeah, nothing, no bad or anything like that. But it's just like, like again, really? Like we're all, no matter what,
It's got to be nice to know someone on your tours all the time.
Yeah.
Familiarity is nice.
Yeah, it's cool. He's been touring with it. We've been touring with him. Wow, man. I don't know, how many tours now? 4, I think?
All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Every single one.
Yeah, it's cool, guy. Yep.
Yeah, everyone's super cool.
Everyone's super friendly,
it's
nice.
cool. I mean, like, I heard there's
No
an after
egos.
party here. I'm not sure. Not that we party or anything.
Are we going? I tried to move away from the partying. We're right back there.
I'm super tired, and so I'm kind of out of my normal element today. But I mean,
you haven't even played yet.
Yeah, I know, but it's. I hope I see some of them. It's always cool to be touring with cool people, and it sucks when it comes to an end. But this tour, it was like 2 weeks, 16 days or something. It's gone by like that.
Went by really quick. Yeah.
I knew it would too. I knew.
So what's next for you guys after this then? I mean, is it because this is the last date of the tour, if I'm right?
This is the last day of the Kerrang tour, yeah, but we go back to the States tomorrow, and right away we finish up our U.S. tour headliner in the States, so we still have about another week and a half, 2 weeks of that, and then we have a couple dates in Mexico City, and then we have a couple weeks off before going to Europe. So, yeah.
So you're back over here, well, not the UK, but the general Europe.
Yeah, April, right?
Yeah, April. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay, well, thank you very much, guys. Thanks for chatting to us, and I hope the show goes well. We'll be there. So thank you very much for chatting. Cheers.